Yo, what's going on? It's me, ShellshockPrime, and I'm back once again because tonight I am going to be doing two different streams. Here is the schedule. I have an updated schedule right now because I originally thought I was going to be going out tomorrow, but it turns out that whatever plans I had for tomorrow is happening next week. So, tonight is Sega Genesis Classics, and from right now up until 9, like close to 9 o'clock my time. And then after that, it's going to be Splatoon 2 League Battles, where I'm going to be doing a multi stream with Silverstone 14. We're going to be doing League Battles, and tonight the League Battles are going to be taking place in Splat Zones from 9 to 11, and then from 11 and onwards is Rainmaker. So be sure to check that out too. Alright, so right now, I'm about to get ready to start things up. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Give me a couple of seconds, guys. I'm just gonna get things going. Yeah, I needed to lower it a little bit because it was a little bit too loud. Alright. So here it is, the Sega Genesis Collection. This is obviously the Switch version, as you see me boot up the Switch menu for this. So I'm going to load it up. I'm going to be picking out a couple of games of my choosing. And to kick things off, alright, let's go to Games Library. Alright. I won't be doing any of the Phantasy Star games. I'm not going to be doing any of the RPGs because not only that those take long, but also the fact that I'm going to be playing a couple of quick games. Like stuff that I could play for a little bit before I move on to the next game for the next 2 hours. So, to start, I am going to be going with Bonanza Brothers. I got Altered Beast, Ox Kid, Enchanted Castle, Alien Storm, Alien Soldier. A lot of really good stuff here. So, Golden Axe 1 is good. Golden Axe 2 is not that good. Golden Axe 3 is actually pretty good. Like, the best one of the Genesis games, but we actually never got it in cartridge form here. I'm actually going to go with Shadow Dancer to start with. Alright. I missed this game. I used to play this a lot when I was a kid. Oops. Alright. Alright, so you can play this game normal or non-shuriken. Alright. Since I'm playing it on the Switch, I'm gonna adjust to it. I'm gonna put the A button on the Switch controller will be the ninjutsu. It'll act as a C button. Y will be attack, and B will be the jump. I'll play for a little bit before I switch to a different game. Burning Downtown. And the border I chose reminds me of like those random pizza places or like local food joints. And then you get those cups. In the 90s, these were very common. I actually thought they were pretty cool. So I went with this design. It actually stood out the most. Now, I will be honest about this game. I actually think that this is the weakest Shinobi game of the 3 Genesis games, but this is still a pretty good game. Alright. I only use the ninjutsu when I need to. Yo, what's going on, Enigma? Yep. Now, Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all time. But I actually got a Genesis before I got a Super Nintendo. Damn it. I should have ducked, not jump. Alright. But yeah. Unlike Revenge of Shinobi or Shinobi 3, this one went back to the original Shinobi style where you had to rescue a bunch of kids. The arcade version of this game is a lot different, because in that one, you had to defuse a bunch of bombs that replaced saving kids, and it was a different Shinobi that you had. It was a different Shinobi character you had in that game. You had the sun. I've only ever played the arcade version through a couple of emulations, but never actually seen the arcade cabinet of it. I've only ever seen the arcade cabinet for the original Shinobi, which is a classic, and I hope that they bring that to the Switch as part of Sega Ages someday. Oh no, why do I should have went to the... I think I know what I'm gonna do. This has been a while since I played this game. Gotta wait for the dog to be back to normal. So gotta wait a bit. Because he's a little puppy. Or maybe I'll just go close to knock him out. And that's an extra life. Alright. And now... Oh, I got a feat. Basically achievements. Yeah, because this came out early last year for PS4, Xbox One. Got him in the head. Damn it. Gotta watch those patterns. Damn it. I want to try to beat him without using ninjutsu. What was I doing? Man, I'm out of it today. I used to be better at this. Alright, duck. Wow. Wow. I just beat him like that. That was crazy right there. Oh yes, these bonus stages. This was fun. You have to try to get them all. But you could. But I'm gonna show you something funny. What happens when you do not hit any of them, and see what happens when you get afterwards. Yeah, that boss sucked. Here's the clip. You still get an extra life even if you don't hit all of them. Alright. Stage 2. Damn it. Yep. I got out of ducking way too early. Alright. I'm gonna just continue once, but then after that I'm gonna switch to a different Genesis game. Alright. Because at least I didn't make it, at least I didn't go too far to come back here. Gonna rescue this kid. I do like the fact that Sega always makes some really good music. Power up. I'm gonna get rid of every single one of them. And they're all gone. Now for the next one. Gotta get this one first. It's like when you rescue the girl, you get a power-up. And it actually manages to knock out some of the harder to defeat enemies. And extra life. Yo, what's going on, Plumber? Tonight I'm playing some Genesis Classics for a little while, then after that, Splatoon. gotta watch out because those hands. There we go. And he's done for. Now I'm gonna see if I can try to get every single one of these ninjas right here. Damn it. I let 2 go. No. It's been a while since I've actually, like, put effort into this. It's still a 1-up when you get it, but otherwise you only get points. I missed 6 ninjas. There's supposed to be 50 of them. It's not... Good thing it's not like the original Shinobi, where when you lose in the bonus game, that like they're actually a little more harsh on that. You get nothing usually. And they wouldn't want me. Guys in those spandex suits. Think they're gonna stop me? Think again. Power up. Alright. Let's get rid of this guy right here. Alright, before I go and get that one. Alright, got all the kids. Now it's time to exit the stage. And my favorite stage is actually coming up. You'll see it. Here it is. Or at least it was my favorite at the time that I played this. Excuse me. Damn it. I jumped too late. Let's try it again. Once I lose my next continue, I'm just gonna switch to the next game. Because I have a lot of Genesis games I would like to play. Many of them that are not named Sonic. Damn it! With these guys. Are you fucking serious? Hey, Troidal Power, what's going on, dude? Thanks for that follow yesterday. Oh, God fucking damn it. It's all good. I just want to at least get to the boss of this, because it's actually an interesting boss fight. Yes. The entire game. Thanks for the bits, Plumber. Ah, man. Oh well. Switching to a different one. Alright. Now, the next game I'm going to try out. I'm going to play a little bit of Game Ground. I'll play for a few stages and then move to the next one. Options. I'll leave it on normal. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna be switching through like different Genesis games because this is a collection. There's so many different games. Alright. This game is pretty weird. I'm gonna do a few stages. What the hell? So characters that died, you have to rescue them again. I apologize if you hear like the sirens and all that stuff. You can only rescue one character per person. Ah. Unfortunately, I lose that character forever because I didn't go to the exit. I took that one to the exit at least. That one is when they clear all the enemies. This game was originally an arcade game. What? Always kill this one, and then I'm gonna take this one back. And there we go. Yeah. And dead. Yeah, I'll switch to another game. I could do Sonic 1 or 2, but I already have Sega Ages Sonic 1. I like that better than this version, because that one has Spin Dash or whatever. And Drop Dash. I'm going to play Sonic 2 for a little... Well, that'll be the last one I'll play, Sonic 2. But for now... Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Used to love playing this when I was a kid. It's what got me into Puyo Puyo. Sega! And the characters come from the Cartoon Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is, in my opinion, a very good show. Not the best show, but it's a good one. And right, left, right. Let's see how far I can go. Because there were two Sonic shows that came out around that time. There was Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which was supposed to be weird, comical, and like silly. And then you have the other show, which people call Saturn, because it was just called Sonic the Hedgehog. But we call it Saturn because Saturday morning. And the difference is that in that show, it's a lot more serious. Because the first show, Dr. Robotnik wanted to take over the world, and in the second show, he pretty much took over the world, and then some. And he should be dead. Real soon. Or now. And then the same company, Deke Entertainment, made another Sonic show, Sonic Underground. And that show, in my opinion, is the worst Sonic show I've ever seen. And then we have Sonic X, which 4Kids dubbed. That was basically an anime. And it's not good either. It's better than Sonic Underground, but not by much. No. It's actually like a single purchase for this collection. It's actually about $40 for the collection. Actually, $30 for the collection. Nice. Yeah, it's on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. There's also like on Steam, there's a bunch of separate releases like in packs. But on the Switch, you have like on PC, not PC, PS4 and Xbox One. You have like the whole package itself. Except it's missing Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles for whatever reason. People like to think it's the whole Michael Jackson thing. I don't know. But whatever platform you get it on, it's actually a pretty good package. Like 50 games for $30. Yeah, he actually made some of the tracks for Sonic 3. Well, him and his team. They didn't do the Sonic and Knuckles tracks, only the ones that were in Sonic 3, like at least 3 stages. He also did a few other tracks, like the Knuckles theme song and that. It's complicated. I mean, Sega has re-released it before, even despite that. I don't know what's stopping them now. It's cool. I should have put the purple one on top of the green. Okay, put this here. That's where I win the match. Unfortunately, no bonus, but still I got it. Yeah, I'll switch to another game after I beat Coconuts. How to approach this? Maybe like this. Nah, that actually made it a little bit worse. Okay. Okay. Will that do it? Maybe not. The funny thing is that this style of Puyo Puyo is actually outdated. that the latest ones are Puyo Puyo Tetris and Puyo Puyo Esports. Right now, Puyo Puyo Esports is only in Japan, but I hope that Sega localizes it. It's basically Puyo Puyo Tetris without the Tetris, but more competitive. Uh-oh. Oh, I still won. Alright, very good. I'm gonna make a save state. And then I'm gonna switch to the next game. Alright. Next up will be Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. I liked this game as a kid, but now I actually consider this to be the worst Alex Kidd game. There's a bunch of other better games like Miracle World. Ah yes, Alex Kidd. The original mascot for Sega before they ditched him in favor of Sonic. All this is due to luck. Yes. So over here is a pogo stick. What? No! Gonna try again. And the point of this game is that you have to beat everybody in rock, paper, scissors, but they call it paper, rock, scissors. There we go. Alright. Use a pogo stick. Just to get up there. And all those bags give you 100 coins each. To this day, I never understood what the name of the currency was. Oh yeah, I'll do Golden Axe after this. Oh, I forgot that doesn't kill him. My brother used to love this game. Let's see if I can get this. Yep, got it. What? I thought I was gonna pass that. God fucking damn it. You know what? Golden Axe is actually sounding a lot better right now. If I die once more, I will definitely go to Golden Axe. Oh, nice. I just guessed. I didn't think I was gonna get that. I could also use this. Get rid of them. But if you die, you lose it. So make sure you don't die. Okay, I gotta keep moving. And jump. I'm gonna use the pogo stick because if I try to jump on it, what the hell did I do? Yeah, fuck this game. Oh look, it's Crackdown. Nah, it's a different game. It's actually not the same one that Microsoft made. Alright. Golden Axe 1. This one is a classic. Yo, Jay Harley, what's going on? Yeah, Ultra Beast will be after Golden Axe. Alright, let's go to options real quick. Not much. Alright, I'll make the... Okay, so A, B, and C on my controller is Y, B, A respectively. Gonna make it so that attack is the Y button, jump is the B button, and the A button will be magic. Yo, what's going on, CTK? Thank you for the bits. I want the maximum life meter as well. Arcade. Oh, and I know which one I'm going to be going with. Gilius Thunderhead, my favorite of the three. Death Adder invaded the castle and has taken the king and princess prisoners. My good friend Alex was also killed in the battle. To defeat the king, defeat them and to bring the peace to the duty. What is my duty? Yeah. Oops, I actually forgot about that. But I got a feat. Yeah, this collection is worth it. Genesis version is not bad, but obviously the arcade version is a lot better. There's actually a second Golden Axe game that came out in the arcades called Revenge of Death Adder, and that's the best Golden Axe game ever made. Golden Axe is the best on Genesis, but nothing tops Revenge of Death Adder. Oh, you gotta attack those elves to get some more magic. Get off of that. Hey, let me have that. Sonic 2 Streets of Rage 2, let's see, Shinobi 3, Phantasy Star 4. I gotta see if Gunstar Heroes is in this collection. I forgot if it is. Because if it is, then that. If it's not, then it's most likely going to be Rise Star. Or Vector Man being number 6. 7 if Gunstar's in it. Hey, come back here. Our sworn enemy, Death Adder, is in his castle. We'll take a shortcut through the Turtle Village. Now, this game is definitely a lot better to play with another person. They're running away from something. Now that's what I'm talking about. Back away. I have a walking dragon. I'm not afraid to use it. Oh yeah, Comic Zone. That's another good one right there. I could never beat that game because it was hard. It was too hard for its own good. Boss time. I first played that because I rented it. Nope. Damn it. Yep, Switch version. People say that this game has some problem, like this collection has some problems. I think they might have patched some of it, because I remember having issues with Sonic 2 in this, but I think they patched it. I'll have to take a look when I get to it later on. That's gonna be the last Genesis game I do for this stream before I switch to Splatoon tonight. I think I should have saved my magic for these guys, but I actually forgot that they were here. But yeah, Altered Beast is next. Then after that, I gotta see if Gunstar Heroes is a part of this. If so, then that is gonna be part of it. I do plan on playing some of these games separately, like as their own stream, like the entire Phantasy Star series. I actually plan on doing that. Yeah, we didn't even. Yeah, no one knew that they were coming to Switch at the time. Yeah, because it came out on Switch way after the PS4 and Xbox One versions came out. Oh, it does. That's good. What's funny is that I actually have 3 different Sega Genesis collections. There was one that came out on PS2 in 2006, which I did get. Then there was Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, which I got on the Xbox 360. And now this one. But that other collection, the one on 360 and PS3, that one had a couple of arcade games and a Master System game. The Master System game being Phantasy Star 1. I feel like Sega devalues their own collections. I guess Nintendo had the right idea with how they do their own games. Like, Sega just tosses them like candy. I mean, that's not to say that Nintendo doesn't really, like, overuse some of their own classics. Because they actually do. Come on. I actually just could have used magic there. Wow, it wouldn't even let me get the magic there. I wanted to get it. That's bullshit. Alright. I'm gonna switch to the next game. It's time to rise from your grave, because it's time to play some Altered Beast. Yep, Gunstar Heroes is a part of this collection. Good. Wanted to make sure it was. It's time for Altered Beast. Alright, let me press start.
Rise from your grave.
There was a hidden options, but I didn't want to access it at the moment.
Power up.
So, A is to punch, B is to kick, and C is to jump. Yeah, we get that. Power up. We get that.
Welcome to your doom.
That's amazing. Ah. And there's the stay hydrated bot. Now for the next stage. Yep. I don't think I'll ever beat Comic Zone. That game is too tough for me. Yo, let me get that. Let me get that.
Power up.
I'm on my last life.
Power up.
Damn it. Fuck this game. This game was too much. Yep. Now, here's an even harder game.
Test 1, 2.
Man, I miss these games. But at the same time, I don't. Some of them I do. Like, this game is very underrated. Like, 1995. Alright. Oh yeah, this game had X, Y, and Z. It has an awesome soundtrack. In 95, I was... By the time this game came out, like, it was like the beginning of 95, and I wasn't even 9 yet. Like, my birthday wasn't until September. He was just drawing... Sketch was just drawing his comic book, and then he just happens to get inside it. Here we go. Night of the Mutants. He has a pet rat, too. What the fuck? You must be the chosen one. Ooh, hey, do I know you? I have been expecting you. I'm General Alyssa Cyan. Your name? Sketch Turner. Wait a minute. Sketch? Well, Sketch, this mission is critical. I'm in my own comic book. No. I beg your pardon? Alyssa, I'm not your superhero. Just relax. Let's not waste any time. You have a job to do. A job? What are you talking about? That's all for now. I'll be in touch. This is crazy shit. You may need some of these items, which I picked up. Good luck. Yeah, right. Well, let's see. Oh, you played on Sega Channel. Nice. You only have one life, and you have to try to get a... You have to try to get a continue if you can. I did not mean to do that. The guy who composed the music for this game worked on like half of the music for Sonic and Knuckles. And also the entire soundtrack for Sonic Spinball. Yeah, Sega Channel was ahead of its time, but apparently there was only one lost game, and it was a Garfield game, which was an updated version of the one they actually released in cart form. And there were a couple of games that were Japan only. Because Sega had a partnership with Time Warner and a few other cable companies at the time. Ah, shit. Wow. Oh, there's still this guy. Oh, you're gonna go. You're definitely gonna go. Come on. Come over here. Take it like a chump. That's the end of the first page. That was funny. Keep going. Oh my god. I still hope that someday I'll be able to beat this game, but this is a really tough game right here. One of the toughest Sega Genesis games out there.
Test 1, 2.
Alright, now on to the next game. Alright, what will that next game be? Alright. You can't have a Genesis stream without playing Streets of Rage 2. Let's go. The best in the series. Wait, this is my character? I cannot wait for the new one that's coming out. So this game is definitely a lot more harder than the first one, but the third one is the third one is the worst game of the series. They haven't confirmed which platforms the new Streets of Rage is coming out, but I'm really hoping it comes out on Switch. Alright, I'll take this knife. Alright, so I got an extra life right now. Gotta watch out, that guy has a knife. Damn it. And the knife was gone. I'll place mine. There we go, he's gone. Now for this section over here. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. So I know for a fact that I am. Except I shouldn't have let him grab me like that. Yeah, the weather is... Winter weather in New York City is indeed weird. Oh. Electra. The past 2 days it was really good, and then today, like, it was okay until the rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and Friday morning. Alright. Here we go. Ah. Let's get rid of this guy. And he's dead. It's almost done. Just have like 1 or 2 more streams to go. I will be announcing the B games real soon. I'm gonna switch to a different game in fairness of time since Splatoon is gonna be happening at 9. So I'm gonna switch to the last Genesis game of the night, which will be Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'll do that at least. I'm not doing Sonic 1, just Sonic 2. There will be a part 2 of my Genesis stream coming up. I'm gonna do it with Sonic alone. Oops. But yeah, Axiom Verge is a really good game. Kinda wish I played that game when I first got it. Oops. Oops, I accidentally pressed the fast forward button. Actually didn't mean to do that. This was actually my very first ever Sonic game, and also my very first ever Genesis game. It's easily one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. It holds a special place in my heart because I was about 7 years old when I first played this. Back in Christmas time of 1993. So I've been playing this game for over 25 years now. That's the first of 7 Chaos Emeralds. I can actually get like all 7 Chaos Emeralds within both acts of Emerald Hill. And I'm actually going to try to do that. And after that, it just... because the game's easy if you know what you're doing. Come on. Are you serious? Just gotta collect some rings. Wait, I forgot how you reset. Oh, here. No, I want all of them in Act 1 and Act 2. I'm actually a stickler on that when it comes to this game. Or you know what? Fuck that. Still sticking with Sonic alone. Yeah. Screw that, I'm just gonna do this. Supersonic. Yo, what's going on, 112? I played a bunch of random Genesis games, but now I'm on this one. This will be the final one of the night, since I'm gonna switch over to Splatoon later on. What better way to do it than play one of my favorite games of all time? Which one? Oh, nice. You're gonna play Mega Man Wily Wars. Because I know that the only way people were able to legally play that game was if they had the Sega channel. Do 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 do. Yeah, they're actually pretty decent for what they are. Yep, chemical plant. I used to be stuck a chemical plant. Yep, Sega Genesis Classics on Switch. Because Sega Ages Sonic 2 has not been released yet, and I am gonna get that because that's gonna be the better version of the two. I made it a point where I will not buy any of the Genesis games on the Sega Ages, with the exception of the ones that are not in the collection, or all the Sonic games. I'm mainly trying to buy the non-Genesis games. Like, I got Phantasy Star 1, I got Outrun. I plan on getting a couple more. I got Sonic 1 because you could drop dash in that one, as well as spin dash. Yeah, I'm not interested in Thunder Force 4. Well, I need to see more of it before Maybe I was thinking it was something else. I actually thought that it was probably Super Thunder Blade. Because oh, it's a shoot 'em up, nice. Because I thought it... Why was I confusing it with Thunderblade? Because Thunderblade is actually terrible. It's like a flying game where you have to shoot a bunch of enemy planes. It's like a flying carrier game. It's not like Afterburner at all. I was playing Game Ground, Streets of Rage 2, Alex Kidd, Shadow Dancer, Golden Axe, Comic Zone. Revenge of Shinobi, I plan on playing as his own game. Same thing with Shinobi 3. I like Golden Axe. It hasn't aged very well, but it's fun for what it is. Oh, I agree. I love Streets of Rage a lot more. The best Golden Axe game is an arcade exclusive, Revenge of Death Adder. There's no other Golden Axe game that compares to how amazing it is. Whoops. Golden Axe 2 is kind of boring, and Golden Axe 3 is actually superior because it's actually faster. So if I can get enough rings before I face against Eggman. Probably not, but... There actually wasn't another Alex Kidd on the Genesis, there's only one. Well, I beat him before I turned back into regular Sonic. Yep. Because the other Alex Kidd games were either arcade games or Master System. And Space Harrier 1 was an arcade game, which I do think we're gonna get a Sega Ages of that at some point. Same thing with Afterburner. I think we're gonna get that one too. I love the music for this stage. This is like this is basically the water stage where you don't even need to go into the water. You can just choose not to. Ever since I learned that you don't need to, I actually don't like Echo the Dolphin. I actually think that series is highly overrated. I never really saw the appeal of it. I'm a longtime Genesis fan. I never liked Echo the Dolphin. Everyone talks about how good the game looks. Everyone talks about how good the game sounds, the music, everything. But no one ever talks about the gameplay. I feel like nobody can talk about the gameplay because there's really nothing special about it. It was just meant to show off how fast it was. At least in Sonic, you have platforming. You have control of what you do. So, but Echo Jr. is actually the worst of the three. No! I don't want to go in the water. Oh, I actually did not die there. Well, 1-1-2. Wow. Not this time. You ain't winning this time, 1-1-2. And I'm out of the water. It's time to fight Dr. Eggman. I've grown accustomed to calling him Eggman instead of calling him Robotnik. It was actually a mistake that Yuji Naka made that has plagued Sonic for the rest of his eternal life. Alright, there we go. Eggman. Oh, that was only in the cartoon. He called him Robotnik. I love Casino Night. Mega Man had an awesome cartoon, but I think the second season was a lot better, with the exception of 2 episodes. Including the last episode being, like, in my opinion, the worst one in the entire series. But I think it was made to be bad on purpose because around the time that that episode was made, they knew that it was getting canceled. So they decided to just make it even worse than what it was. Yeah, that show was filled with memes. Of all the Sonic shows, however, I mentioned earlier that the best one, in my opinion, is Saddam. And the worst one is Sonic Underground. Sonic Boom was actually a pretty good show. Yeah, I hated Underground. It was stupid. They forced morals that didn't need to be there. The PSAs in Sonic, and Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog was like, is nothing compared to the forced morals. The worst PSA in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog was actually the one where, I mean, I know the whole "that's no good," everyone made it as a meme, but there was one where, like, there was a laundromat, and they talked about a little kid climbing inside the washing machine. Who does that? Seriously, who would even let their parent? What kind of parents let their kids do that? They actually said that. Yo, Elf Queen, what's going on? Good to see you again. Yep. But I'm going to be playing it for a little bit because soon I'm going to be transferring over to Splatoon. But for now, I'm going to play a little bit more Sonic 2. So what do you guys think about Xbox Live coming to Switch? And what do you guys think it means for that? Because what I'm thinking that we're probably going to get is Xbox Live achievements, crossplay between like online games that are on, like games that are on the Switch and Xbox One, probably crossplay. We might get that. They said crossplay, but it's not to know, but we don't know what extent. Now, supposedly we're gonna get information in March, like in late March, around the time of GDC. I think Microsoft and Nintendo were supposed to team up together for that. I think we're gonna see Reggie and Phil Spencer together talking about this. We may actually get some of their smaller games, but not like a big game. So you're not going to see Nintendo games on Xbox One, and you're not going to see like major Microsoft published first party like big exclusives like Halo, Gears of War, and all that stuff. Maybe Rare Replay, but I wouldn't hold your breath on that. Now the smaller stuff like the Ori and the Blind Forest games and Cuphead, that might actually make their way over to the Switch, while a game like Golf Story, for example, which is still exclusive to the Switch, might make its way over to Xbox One. I know Nintendo didn't publish that, but it's all possible. Like a lot of those things are possible. We don't know if they're gonna happen or not. I don't want to say for sure if they're definitely happening and then it ends up not happening. No, that's a big exclusive. I think they'll just share the smaller ones. Mainly indie titles, and that's it. Because there are indie titles that Microsoft has exclusive rights over to, and there's stuff that are only on the Switch, but not anything else, like Golf Story. So you might see those on their respective platforms, but nothing like Bayonetta, Mario, and Zelda. You're not going to see those on. Well, Bayonetta 1 maybe because of the fact that that's backwards compatible with the Xbox 360 on Xbox One, but you're not seeing 2 or 3 come into the Xbox One. I will be shocked if they do that. I won't be mad. If anything, quite the opposite. I'll be happy about that, because good for the people who never owned a Wii U and don't have a Switch, but they have an Xbox One. But I don't see anything like, for example, Mario or Zelda on Xbox. That's definitely not going to happen. And that's just it, Elf Queen, because Microsoft has no intentions on doing portables. And keep in mind, this is not only limited to Nintendo Switch. They're also going to be using... Oh shit, I'm stuck. Here we go. Smartphone and tablets that are run by iOS and Android. Because I don't think that PlayStation will be affected by this. If anything, this benefits Nintendo and Microsoft a lot more. I just don't know how it's going to benefit them in the long run. We'll have to wait and see. And the other thing is that Microsoft recently, renamed Microsoft Game Studios to Xbox Game Studios. Now, I don't want anyone to pull out the console race, but I would not be surprised that if any of the big three does pull out, Microsoft would be the one. And I'll explain why. Because while everyone knows that with the video game hardware is all Nintendo has at the moment. Well, for a little bit, Paperlink. I'm going to be switching over to Splatoon later on. But good to see you. But here's the thing. Nintendo has specifically just their consoles and handhelds and all that stuff. And they're now branching out to wanting to do movies and other entertainment ventures. It's now they're looking to do all that stuff. Because what Nintendo should be doing is getting some more stuff out there. Maybe be bigger than Disney, but we'll see. Hopefully not too big, to the point where they buy everything out like what Disney's doing. They shouldn't, no company should be doing that. Don't get me wrong, it's cool that we see all the Marvel stuff together again in the movies, but that there's a thing called antitrust. And remember when Nintendo had the monopoly in gaming? It happened with the NES era. Nobody wants to see that happen again. Nobody wants any of the big three to have a monopoly. Now, for Microsoft, before I get to Microsoft, let me just talk about Sony real quick. With Sony, the most profitable division they have is PlayStation. Though their movie division is doing okay right now. It's in a much better place than it was years ago. So really, PlayStation is making big numbers for Sony right now, and they're not going to let that go anytime soon. And why should they? Whether you like Sony or not, you got to remember they're doing everything they can. Oh yeah, I agree. This is one of the best tracks in the game. Metropolis is another one. But I want to talk about Microsoft real quick. The flip side is they have opposite problem. Oh yeah, I'm gonna avoid that pit like the plague. They actually have the opposite problem that Sony has, where PlayStation is the most profitable thing about Sony right now. Xbox is anything but for Microsoft. It's actually like the least profitable. Like they lose money every time they do Xbox stuff, but they do it because they actually have a fan base. It takes them years for them to finally get a profit, whereas Nintendo gets profit right off the bat. Oh man, that was close. And Sony is just making a lot of good decisions this generation. They made a few bad ones, and the bad ones are like really bad. So at least now they're starting to embrace cross-platform multiplayer across all consoles. They're currently testing it with Fortnite, and they're going to test it, and they're going to do it with Minecraft afterwards. Sega was never the same after they pulled out of the console race. Oh, they did it with Rocket League as well? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because I know they did it with Fortnite, and they're looking to do it with Minecraft. And Fortnite was like the first one they did. Good thing I'm nowhere near that infamous pit. The problem is that Sega used to have a lot more creative freedom when they were a console publisher, a console manufacturer. Now it's like they only release fewer games. They used to pump out so much more. Kind of like how Nintendo pumps out as many games as they can because they have to. They're a console manufacturer. This will be the last stage I'm gonna do. Mainly because of the fact that, well, we'll see. Once it's 8:50 my time, I gotta start getting ready to switch over. Is that the Jack in the Box mascot? Never actually been there. I've always wanted to go. I heard their food's pretty good. There's none in New York City that I know of. I think there might be one in Long Island, but I'll have to check it out. Yep. Oh yeah, are you a tier 3 sub for silver? Because I know that you got that. Oh yeah, I've heard they would know for some good chicken tenders. You did, but I just wanted to make sure. I forgot it was tier 2 or tier 3. Okay, making sure. Oh, don't even get me started. I'm like the worst person to start a food conversation. And I'm also the worst person to end it either. No, I don't want a Sprite cranberry. But I'll take vanilla Sprite. It's actually not bad. Sorry to hear that, dude. If there's anything that I can do to help you, let me know. should be getting close to the end of the stage. Yep. Now for the next stack. So, apparently, oops. So apparently there's a leak right now. Alright, sounds good. There's a leak right now. So apparently 3 games for the Switch have been leaked. Daemon X Machina is apparently coming out in May. Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out in July. And in September is Animal Crossing for Switch. I don't know if I believe that yet, but sometimes all those listings can be BS. But my prediction was that Daemon X Machina would be an April game, Fire Emblem would be May, July would be, like June or July would be Animal Crossing, and around like October would be Luigi's Mansion. But it makes sense for Luigi's Mansion to come out before Animal Crossing, because we actually have seen some gameplay of it. I think Animal Crossing will not be November. For reason, Pokemon. They're gonna make Pokemon a November title, and they're gonna be pushing the hell out of that one. Exactly. It's gonna be a critical point for the Pokemon series. They really have to make sure that they knock it out of the park. I was hoping they were gonna do that with Pokemon X and Y for the 3DS. And to be honest, they've played it very, very safe with Pokemon X and Y. Because to be honest, the Kalos region is completely underwhelming. And with Metroid not coming out for a long time, like everyone knows that there's definitely going to be like more games coming out and announced and develop around like the time that Metroid comes out, and will come out before one more. So no Metroid until, in my opinion, 2021 or 2022. Are you serious? What the fuck was that shit? Clip that. 112, clip it. Yeah, I'm hoping that we get a 2D Zelda game for the Switch. Whoops. Though I wonder if we're gonna get a remake of Link's Awakening, or if it's gonna be a new game. I personally hope it's a new game. Wow. Thanks, 112. Hey, Landon plays it all. What's going on? Ugh. This is gonna be the last stage no matter what, since I gotta switch to Splatoon in a few minutes. Whoops. Because I'm used to always getting there as Supersonic, that it's been a while since I've been to that part. They skipped the Olympics. Let's see. They skipped the Mario Sonic Olympics for 2018, but I'm thinking we probably might get one for 2020 because Nintendo is sponsoring the 2020 Olympics, or at least I'm thinking they are. I think Nintendo should actually do that, like Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Olympics. Alright. Yeah, because Ubisoft got the rights in 2018. So, it makes sense. Nintendo and Sega should do this, but I think Nintendo would be publishing it worldwide. Alright. Anyway. Hey, Silver. Alright, let me just do a save. Alright. Next time I will do the rest of Sonic 3. But in the meantime, that's it for Sega Genesis Collection. I'm about to get ready to transfer over to Splatoon 2. So I'm going to take a small break. But don't worry, guys. I will be right back.